Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Successor, a comedy video game design podcast inspired by Polygon's Cool Games, Inc. I am your host, AJ Hart.
And hi, and sorry, I'm in a lot of pain
You're really
right now.
stuttering in front of the Discord audience, huh?
Yeah, a little bit. I am,
really
and I am
stuttering in front of the patrons.
I am your other host, Blake Rhea, and AJ.
Hey, Blake, how are you? Blake, how are you doing today on this fine day?
I feel like a fucking starburst is how I'm doing.
So you're
today.
sticky, you're a funny color, and everyone's going to argue about which one of you's the best. You're wrapped up in a little thing and you're melting inside of it because it's so stinking hot, and I refuse to put you in my mouth because you were filled to the brim with gelatin and bones.
Are you saying you don't want to put... No, I'm not going to commit to that
because you're
joke.
filled with bones. You're just filled with them. Stuffed to the brim of ground up bones. Yucky. You thought it was a nasty thing, didn't you?
Yeah, I was gonna make a dick joke, but like I'm trying not to get so randy on this episode. I've been doing so much of it lately. But no, I went quarantine life. I went for a drive with my parents, like down the beach, and I had my arm outside of the car. So the right side of my face, neck, and right arm are all like this color of a red starburst. So like half of me is red starburst, the other half is a white guy from LA.
You have a trucker burn? You're getting a trucker tan?
Yeah, I do have a trucker burn, dude.
Yes.
That's not good because my hair is really fucking long right now and I look kind of trashy.
And you're only sunburnt on one half. Blake, you are gaining power. It's not the power you want.
This is not power. This is trash. This is like, what is it going to do? Score me like a wink at a gas stop? I'm not into it.
Tan Blake, the most powerful kind of Blake.
No, it is not. I refuse. I refuse. For those who don't know, we are a comedy video game design podcast inspired by Polygon's Cool Games, Inc. We take your lovely submissions from Reddit, Twitter, email, and
not official
YouTube,
channels.
And fuck you, and turn those into the next AAA video game titles.
That's a pretty good pitch. AJ. Yeah, Blake?
Thank you. I've been practicing it for 48 episodes.
Yeah, and you know what? You really nailed it that time. Like, I'm really proud of the execution. It had the right enunciations. You didn't kind of blur it.
Bro.
It didn't take you 18 takes like it usually does, and I always edit that out in post because I'm such a kind co-host.
Well, I thought you were. I thought you were actually really being nice to me. Being stuck inside all day, I don't get a whole lot of positive reinforcement, and you're just helping me be depressed. That's how. So that's how that's
okay.
Going.
Wait, I do want to give a little peek insider look in. Hey, Blake, have you ever come into a recording for one of these things and you just like felt really ornery and like you have that energy in, and then like you start recording for like 30 seconds and then you're like, maybe I'm too ornery and I'm gonna say something mean.
Oh, like you're just ready to tell the other person to eat shit.
You know what I mean?
AJ, that's our dynamic. That's just our default, dude.
What we're
like, you and I are always on each other's case when the mic goes on. You know what I'm saying?
What we do here is a little bit like wrestling. One of us could end up getting hurt, but we're gonna have a great time doing it.
Welcome to Spiritual Successor, where one of our feelings gets hurt every episode.
Like, I was listening,
guaranteed.
Well, I was wondering, do you think that there are other podcasts like that? Because like I listened to Let's Fight a Boss, and I was listening to one of their like.
Oh, they're on each other's case. They're ornery as fuck.
So
are you
ornery
kidding me?
to each other, and like I was listening to their,
especially like the whole Queen thing, like where they're like, "You will never be Queen."
I was listening to
like that's combative as shit.
Oh, they're so combative. But like I was getting to one at the end of the episodes, and I was like, I wonder if they just like ended the recording and then like immediately afterwards they're like, "Oh my god, are you okay? I'm so sorry that I said that. It got so mean in there."
Well, luckily, I think you and I have a fun balance where like. We take turns. Like one of us is like super supportive, and then the other one's like kind of an asshole, and then we swap. You know, I think that's our little dynamic.
Hey, I've had my fan off in my room for 6 minutes, and I'm already sweating so much. This sucks.
Yeah, dude, I feel you. All right, AJ, are we taking our pants off?
No. Hey, nope.
What? You got a cool. All right, whatever. I'm taking off mine.
Pantsless cast.
Actually, that sounds oddly uncomfortable. I started undoing my belt, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to commit to this.
Yeah, because we're working now, and you can't work without pants. Hey, Blake, do you want to give me a fake video game idea?
Says
Stop.
you.
Wait. We need to think about what we're here to do. and that's to talk about
Yes.
fake video games.
We're here to take off our pants and talk about our next video game idea.
Blake, do you have a video game suggestion for me?
I do. This one comes to us from... Actually, I'm going to decide which one do I want to go with. I'm going to go with this one because we haven't heard from them in forever. One of the Day 1 A1s, Horse Gun Inc.
Oh, shit.
Actually gave us a submission on our Reddit. Reimagine your favorite specialty PE class games as modern esports. Scatterball, Jailball, Medic, those types of games you never hear about past middle school. I think, because all of these are kind of, you know what all of these are, right?
Yes, I do. I'm trying to remember the one that I really liked.
Did you ever, I think probably my favorite was Jailball, where basically like you are playing, for those who don't know, you play dodgeball. The moment you get hit, you have to walk behind the opposing team, and if a player can successfully throw you a ball without it touching the ground or another person catching it, you actually get to come back to life. So it becomes like a game of like dodgeball, also catch.
That's a good one. That I do like.
Yeah,
that dodgeball is a fucking powerful game.
I want to mix it up a little bit. So like we could do. I never got to play with them, but I have always had theories about what the fuck they are. Did you ever? Were you? You know, like some schools had those little like flat like dollies you can sit on and then would scoot around on. What games would you play with that?
We played scooter ball.
Know?
It was like, okay, so it was like kickball, except when you went to run the laps, you would hop on the little scooter and you would push yourself around rather than just running like straight into the like laps.
Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're doing it Blood Bowl style, where it's like that, but it's like fucking deadly.
Okay, so super deadly.
I want toddlers
dodgeball, but
yes.
they're all on scooters.
Yes. I forget what it was, but there was like, I think it might have been like a Mario like mini game from like one of the Mario parties where the dodgeball was just a fucking like spike ball or like a mace. So like that's the dodgeball that you have to dodge. Because if you get hit by it, it just takes your head off, basically.
Yes, I'm into that. All right, so but here's one thing that we need to also keep in mind. It's an esport.
Uh-huh.
What makes a good esport, Blake? Other than, of course, rampant sexism.
You need to have a spokesperson who wears a fursuit.
Okay, yes.
You also need to have amazing skins that do borderline sexism.
Yes, of course.
I fucking God, man, I hate this joke already.
Sorry about that. I set you up for a bad one. That was a bad pitch on me.
Okay, but like I get what you're saying. So let's talk about what realistically makes a good esport.
We need characters.
We need to have
we need
variety of maps.
What
hundreds
the
of characters.
fuck esports do you follow that have a variety of maps?
Doesn't League like have a shit ton
League
of maps?
has one. League has the one.
That's dumb and boring, and I hate it.
CS:GO has like 12, I think, tops.
What the? I mean, that's enough. I mean, well, that depends.
CS:GO, the one I'm thinking
CS:GO
of?
has more than 12 maps.
Overwatch has like 4.
Are you fucking kidding me? Overwatch has like a shit ton of maps.
However,
they
whatever
have a
number
map
you're
for
thinking
every
of, divide it by
character.
2 because every map's just that flopped around.
Okay, but that's still more than 4.
Yeah, you're right. It's like 6.
If there's like what 24 playable characters or 22, that's still like 11 to 12 maps.
That's a lot
dude.
of characters.
That's a lot of fucking characters.
Character has
so
a map,
like,
do they?
I believe everything does because like the whole point of the game is like it's Overwatch is an international
No, the cowgirl
thing.
doesn't have a map.
So like they have the cowgirl.
Yeah, cowgirl. She's got the big robot and a gun.
Well, I think some characters share maps because like
all right, 22 characters
Genji
divided by 2 because everybody's
Arrow
splitting
Boy.
a map now. You got 11 maps.
I mean,
divided
okay.
by 2 again. That doesn't do very easily, but that's 6. Ooh, Blake, damn, I'm good at math, huh? Fuck.
No, you're terrible
I'm so
at math.
good at math,
Please,
and my brain is so wrinkly and good at math problems. So yeah, Overwatch has like 6 maps.
Your brain is so wrinkly and your meat is so
Thank
large.
you. I didn't want to have to say it, so you saying that for me really, like it would have looked bad if I said that second half.
For those who don't know, that is what AJ says to me on the fucking regular. Anytime, one, I compliment him, or 2, he's trying to amp himself up. He's like, yeah, my brain is so wrinkly and my meat is so large.
No,
I'm like, I look at you like, what the fuck is wrong with you? AJ, there's nothing to
I
be
would
ashamed
never
of
say that to
having a
myself.
wrinkly
You
brain.
think I need to be my own hype man?
Bullshit! Bullshit! Yeah, you are your own hype man, dude. What are you talking
So
about?
Overwatch has like 6 maps. CS:GO has like
Yes.
4 maps. I've never played it before, but I can imagine that there's only so many ways that you can have a gun map. So Dodgeball is again only going to have one map, and that is of course a gymnasium.
It's going to be different gymnasiums, dude.
All right, I'll give you palette
It's
swaps.
like, okay, so here's the thing. I think it would be really cool, like, if this is a tournament thing where it's like, no, actually, this game is already solved for us. You know why? Because it's competing schools. So it's like an international thing where you have to go to, like, a French gymnasium. You have to go to an Italian museum.
Museum. Ooh, look at you, fancy boy.
Fuck. Dude, you're good at math and I'm good at words. Holy shit. But like it's an international thing, so like each gymnasium is styled differently, and maybe the layout is different. Because like
okay. I'll give you maps. I'll give you fancy maps. But what we really need to hone in on is characters. That's what makes a good esport. Is characters. We need that big roster.
I want a kick-ass Wow, words are words are hard today. I apologize, everybody. It's a combination of one, I just like trip up, and two, when I get excited, like I just like start tripping on words like so bad.
And more importantly, you haven't
say so much
spoken
at
to
once.
anybody since quarantine began. You only speak to me for this recording for 1 hour a week, and that's it.
Yeah, everybody, imagine my delight when all of our conversations revolve around AJ's wrinkly brain and huge meat. There's a great amount of variety.
I'm also very excited that is what all of our conversations revolve around.
But okay, so I want to have a kick-ass like young girl who has like a paint like spattered colored shirt. She's like a graffiti artist. Like that's her whole
hell
thing.
yeah.
So like anytime she throws a one of the spike balls, maybe it has like a cool little particle trail that leaves like a Splatoon style where it leaves a trail of paint.
Yes. Okay. Yes. There's 3 things that I want to make an adjustment to for dodgeball as an esport. 1.
Yes. Well, I mean, this is are we committing to the idea that these are like either grown-ass people on the little dollies or toddlers on the dollies that are just like have really cool
grown-ass
character
people?
designs?
Oh man, toddlers with good designs would be very funny actually. And they're just like
Splatoon
really kick-ass
proved it's
looking middle
possible.
schoolers.
Yeah, like Splatoon proved that is doable. So why don't I think
You're
we
right.
could do it?
We should absolutely do that. It's like kick-ass, pimped out little middle schoolers, all with little scooters. And I think that like different characters will have different scooters. Different characters will have different skills. I love this idea of a little art kid that's got a little bit of ink all over her t-shirt, and when she like throws it down,
she caused the if you go over the trail, it causes you to slip. You basically become your control loosens up. It's like playing Mario versus Luigi. Like you slip.
Oh yeah,
a little bit more.
if you're slippied up wheels, you'll just slide around more. I like that a lot.
Yes. All right, AJ, give me a character.
All right, my character is like the schoolyard bully, and his whole thing. He's a little bit bigger than the other students, but he's also like he's slower. Doesn't get as much acceleration. But
can I make a suggestion? What? Actually, go ahead. Go ahead, continue first, and then I'll do some.
But he has an ability where, like,
interrupting.
he's like a very strong early game character, right? Because of course, dodgeball, you need to pick up the balls from the middle. Maybe like every couple of minutes, the balls will be recentered in the middle. He's got a big arm reach, and his scooter maybe goes over the wheel a little bit. So if you 2 characters are sprinting to the dodgeball at the middle, and he bumps into them, he's got a little bumper car effect. So they take a little bit of damage because they got too close to his bully zone.
Oh, that's cool as shit, actually. So, like, he just swipes out and basically causes them to bounce back further.
Now, I know what you're thinking. AJ, what does this character look like? We all remember Phineas and Ferb. You remember?
Yes. Oh, shit, that bully kid.
I want him to look like that bully kid, but if that bully kid was then, like, if you took that character design and then gave it to somebody that was in charge of World of Warcraft and said, give this kid 2 pauldrons and a chain choker with spikes coming off of the side of it.
Sweet. I love it.
He does still have cargo shorts on, though, of course. I can't remove those from him. They're permanently sealed to this
question. Just to explain why he is stronger than other people, is this an adult that just never moved past like middle school? Like this is like that one shitty Adam Sandler movie where he has to like go through all
Billy
grades all over
fucking
again.
Madison, you mean?
It's just Billy Madison. I hate that movie. So sorry. Sorry, not sorry. I hate most Adam Sandler movies.
How could you hate
We've been
Billy
over this.
Madison?
Because it's such a dumb thing. Like, I think the only charming point in that movie is where, like, he pretends to piss himself and, like, is like, hey, kids, look how cool this is. It's cool to piss yourself.
Wait,
I'm
hold
like,
on. Does
okay,
he not
that's
actually
really funny.
piss himself?
No, he pours water on
That's
himself.
way less cool.
I mean, but
It would have been way
no,
cooler if he
that's-
actually peed his pants in that movie.
No, because he's a grown-ass
Yeah,
man.
but all the cool kids
like,
were
a
pissing their
grown-ass
pants.
man shouldn't be consciously pissing himself,
But it was
okay?
to help another kid, though. It was to help his.
I mean, but you could just pour water. Kids are dumb. They don't know. Like, you could just point at a wet spot on your jeans and be like, yeah, I pissed myself, but little do they know it's actually a high C, like a high C that you poured on yourself.
Oh, they would know if it was a high C. Kids are like constantly. They have like a supernatural sense for all juices. And if that would have been high C on his left, that kid would have been like, no, that's juice. I know that shit.
Get this segue. Okay, so our bully is Billy Mays, basically. The next kid is a guy who has a bandolier belt of high C punch. Like that's his whole thing. Is he just is powered by juices, like juice? He throws juices at people to heal them. Oh, holy shit, that's rad! And anytime he throws the juice at them, he says that product's like slogan. Like what is High C's slogan? It's like
High C. We're cheaper than
right?
Sunny D.
You throw a High C, and it's like we wanted Kool-Aid, but we couldn't afford the branding.
High C, the other beverage that packs the power of the sun.
The juice that wasn't in Lunchables ever.
The juice that is very
holy
specifically
shit, did you
cannot
know
match the power-packed flavor of the sun.
Did you know High C is actually owned by Coca-Cola?
Yeah, like half of the beverages out there are owned by Coca-Cola. Isn't like Aquafina owned by Coca-Cola or some shit?
It's whatever. I think that's owned by Minute Maid, which is Minute Maid is a division of Coca-Cola.
Wow, capitalism's just a big fucking sham, isn't it? Sometimes I forget that, and then we on our joke podcast have to remind ourselves of the horrible nature.
God. All right, so that's our support character. I think we need one. Okay, so we have a tank. We have a.
I think we need to move on, and we'll put a pin in this. We've got 3 characters now.
Okay. Oh, all right. AJ, give me a
I've got a
idea.
submission from I am not funny enough for a funny name. I am not witty enough for a funny name at ARP1033. Friends Simulator, a game where you try to work your way into the friends group so that you can carry out your mission to kill Ross for the good of mankind.
See, when you said this, when you said Ross, I just pictured Ross from Game Grumps. I'm like, why would you kill such an innocent man who has done no wrong?
Not Ross from Game Grumps. Ross from Friends.
Oh, I never watched Friends, so let me tell you all of my Friends' knowledge. That's it.
Whoa, that's a lot. That was a really expansive knowledge on Friends. So here's my concern, Blake.
Yes.
We need to kill Ross because I have reason to believe that he is the...
Is he a simp?
No, he's not a simp. He doesn't respect women enough to simp.
I thought simps were bad. I thought simps were like... Or is simps like a... Man, I'm so confused on that because I've heard simp used in... No, I know what a simp is. It's just like I've heard them used as like, oh man, this guy's such a simp. He doesn't like look beyond this person and value them. But then again, it's also like, oh, it's just a guy who just cares a lot about women, but is an idiot.
Yeah, that's not right. Like
I've heard
some. Okay, look, we don't have the time or the day or the knowledge or the know-how to talk about the intricacies of the word simp.
But AJ, between your math skills and my bad English, we can explain what a simp is.
A simp is like someone that like.
It's a simpleton.
A simp is somebody that doesn't respect themselves enough to realize that like they are being mistreated by somebody that they have put onto a pedestal.
Oh, that is way different than what I've heard it be.
Well, I feel like that's the best way to kind of like describe it, right? Like a simp is like, this woman I've been dating for 8 years, I love so very much, and she hates my guts, and I'm going to pay her $100 million, and she's going to go sleep with her real boyfriend, and I love her. She can do no wrong.
Oh, yikes. That gives me indigestion.
Yeah, but like we've met people like that, you know.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable saying their name live on air, but yes, I know who you're talking about.
You know, like and
Okay.
Twitter's bastardized the term to being like, oh, you think that your girlfriend should be allowed to do sex work? Pff, simp. And it's like, no, that's not it. That's not it. That ain't it, chief.
Okay, so let's come back to the game. What are
I
you
don't
thinking?
know. I don't have the mental capacities to like. I'm sorry. You asked me that question, and the only thing I wanted to say was I'm cooking alive in my room right now. Can I turn a fan on and see if that picks up on the mic?
Sure.
Yeah, that's absolutely going to be heard.
Oh yeah, I
Yep,
can hear
no
it on
fans.
my end. Uh-oh.
Okay.
All
so
right. Well,
what is the game?
Well, we'll just be on broil for the next 40 minutes. It's okay.
I'm not promising any more funny jokes.
That's AJ. Everybody literally just clicked off at that
wait.
point.
I'm sorry. Come back.
I promise at least one funny joke. I guess maybe. All right. Do you want me to give you a game? All right. This one comes to us from Octopus Dave at Squid System _ on Twitter. For honor, but with shrimp. We call it for pronor. So, AJ, I don't know if you know this, but did you know shrimp fucking like kill? Like shrimp are badasses, and I don't know if you.
Well, yeah.
knew
Every
this.
time you see a whale that's like beached on a beach, that's because a bunch of shrimp can't. Hold on. Let me check that again. Every time you see, well, yeah, of course, Blake. Every time you see a whale beached on the beach, fuck. It's because shit.
AJ, you've done this bit 3 times. Do you want me to say it? It's because they were eaten from the inside out by shrimp.
Yeah, a bunch of shrimp.
I'm not talking about that. I think
shrimp
is
kicked
low
its ass.
effort shrimp. From the inside out. No, I think that's low effort. I'm talking about, have you seen mantis shrimp?
Oh, the mantis shrimp? Oh, we all know about the mantis shrimp.
The fucking mantis shrimp. And if okay, I'm not. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but pause this episode. Go check out Life of the Mantis Shrimp on YouTube. It's like this guy who has a Morgan Freeman-esque voice, and he does very comedic voiceover to like animal life. These things punch at the speed of a .22 bullet, and it'll fucking break your bones if it hits you. And that's just one of them. There's another one that is called the praying mantis shrimp, which is also moves at the same speed, but has praying mantis claws,
Hold
AJ.
on, what?
And this is yes, you have not seen this?
I've not known about
They're
the praying
fucking
mantis
insanity.
shrimp.
It is like it is the scariest thing. I have a huge fear of getting like stabbed or of like getting like needles fucking
It is
scare the
your
shit out
one
of me.
and
So the
only
idea-
weakness. So even though this mantis shrimp is very small, if it pricked you, you would die.
It is not. No, these things aren't small, AJ. They're the size of a forearm, and they're very
No
scary.
way.
They're very, very scary.
Mantis
yes.
shrimp are that big?
Yes, they are. Yes, dude. Pull up on your tablet real quick. Pull up a fucking picture of
There's
these
no way
things.
mantis shrimp
And
is that big.
They scare the shit out of me, dude. They're so fucking. I hate them. Okay, so
shrimp. This podcast used to be about video games. Around 10 centimeters, you baby.
that's fucking huge.
That's three and a
a
half
centimeter is like
inches.
3 inches,
No,
AJ.
it's 3.5 inches. It's like a 4-inch long worm.
That's still okay. It's the size of your
I
fucking
could kick
hand.
the shit out of this thing.
But not in its.
Hold
okay,
on, wait a second.
No.
I'm adding mantis shrimp to list of animals I could protect someone from.
Okay, so AJ, how about this game then? It's fucking because For Honor is about like the colliding of a bunch of different cultures going into one thing. So is it going to be where one of the cultures is human, and then the other culture is mantis shrimp, and then the other one is what I don't know any other kind of deadly shrimp. Like are trilobites
dude,
aren't
the
shrimp.
third faction would, of course.
Oh,
the third
actually-
faction would be prawn from District 9.
Okay.
So our three factions are
I like-
human, shrimp, and prawn.
Okay, I was thinking it was more along the lines of you ever see those shrimp that are like over like 200 years old?
No, But I imagine they have really
I
nasty beards and wrinkly skin.
they well, that's what I'm going off of. You know, when you live that long on in the planet, you kind of become one with spirituality and
Yes.
magic. So I'm talking about a faction that is all about sorcery. So it's shrimp with long ass beards that know magic.
Well, that's just the shrimp, isn't it?
Well, I mean, that's like the 200-year-old shrimp.
That's just a class
Like
of shrimp.
that's a hold. I mean, well, but For Honor, there are different factions. So it's like they are different. Like, I'm trying to figure out like how we can make them different.
I
You know
think
what
that
I mean?
we go one. I think we go shrimp, humans, alien technology.
Okay, I'm down with that. So with For Honor, did you ever play
No.
it?
Did you?
It's fun. I did. I actually really liked its combat. Like the idea of where you need to aim your weapon at a specific degree to either deflect or attack is very interesting.
That is pretty cool.
And each play style was definitely very, very different in the way they would maneuver, either through speed or like kind of just more health and other things. I think it was really, really fun. So how do we apply that to shrimp combat? I'm thinking, because the idea of the fucking mantis shrimp is that they have the same bodies. It's just that their arms change. So like if you choose the mantis shrimp clan, you just swap out their arms, and those are the different classes. So you have like the snatchy snatch
I
ones.
do want to clarify.
Then
really
you have
quick.
the mallet ones.
Is the shrimp faction
Yes.
exclusively mantis shrimp?
Well, that's the whole thing. Like the submission says, it's For Honor, but with shrimp. So For Prawnor. So it has to be like all shrimp. Or the reason I would like the humans to be in there is because I want to show the devastating power of these.
Yeah, but those would be the three
They
factions.
are a throwaway.
The three factions would be humans, shrimp, and prawn. It's not just mantis shrimp in the shrimp faction, is it?
No, it is the three of them. I was just going subclasses.
Gotcha.
Now.
Oh, okay. I follow you.
So it would be like under like the mantis shrimp is one clan. They're like the samurai or whatever. And then you have like in that, because like each clan has its own subclasses. So then you'd have one that has like the needly arms, the other one that has the mallet arms. Both are fucking terrifying. I don't know if their mouths move so fast they create air pockets in the water.
But like
it is
microscopic
insane.
air bubbles, dog. It's 10.
Yeah, but
It's
they're
not
like
One
but who
Punch
gives
Man,
a
right?
shit?
It's
It
not
happens.
Like this tiny mantis
AJ, can you
shrimp
create
is
a
going to show
microscopic
up.
clap in the? Can you create a microscopic like opening air pocket in the water? No, you fucking can't. So
Okay,
quit
but
bitching.
I want you to understand. You are living in a world where if you were in the same room as a mantis shrimp, you would be looking at this mantis shrimp as though it was Saitama from One Punch Man and could crumble your bones
Yes, that is
with
exactly
one
what it
strike.
is. They are the OP of this game, just like the samurai were the OP of For Honor. Like knights suck dick, and the Vikings actually were okay, but like the samurai were clearly superior in terms of gameplay. So they are the mantis shrimp. So let's take the directional thing. So actually let's talk about our other things. So we have the prawns from District 9. So they have alien technology,
Yeah, and the
right?
three
So are they
subclasses
just
of prawn is going to be like a feral nasty prawn that's like crazy, a prawn with a gun,
Ooh.
and then a prawn in a mech suit.
Oh, fuck, that's radical. Okay. So then the humans are going to just
A
be
knight,
like
a samurai, and a Viking.
oh shit. So we take I love this idea. Like the idea of a samurai fighting a mech is pretty fucking
I'm
cool.
also very interested to
So-
watch the mech get One Punch Man by a little mantis shrimp.
It's gonna be cool. But no, like, dude, like, think of this game where it's like you see this little shrimp approach this mech. Like, think of the opening cinematic to this game is a mech like wading through piles of like samurai and Viking and knights, and then you just hear little pitter patters like tick, 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 of like a mantis shrimp riding over the dead bodies, and then one punches this mech and obliterates it. Like, just stylized it, plays the explosion like 3 times over, and it just obliterates
Here's what
everything.
I do adore about this, because now we've got some gameplay we can mess around with. Mantis
Yes.
shrimp are very small.
Mm-hmm.
I think that
Are they hard to hit?
It's not that they're hard to hit. I think that the mantis shrimp just moves so slowly. So like if somebody picks the mantis shrimp class, they eventually will get to the objective or whatever. Like they're going to be an unstoppable force, but they move so slowly.
Okay, so are you implying that the gameplay is about getting to an objective rather than just beating the enemy?
Well, that'd be the only way that it's fair, right? Or it would be like a point system. So like the actual contest would maybe be between the prawns and the humans, and they just hope that the shrimp don't show up and wreck shit.
Actually, you know what, AJ? You know what this game kind of reminds me of in a weird way? It's like a better version of it. Do you remember Brink?
Yeah.
Where the whole world kind of became engulfed in water? So that's the background to our game. So the whole world has been engulfed in water. We're on the last island that is available. And now it's like the prawns versus like the mantis shrimp who want to take over the entire world and the last remaining humans, basically.
Yeah, I'm into that.
Fuck, that's a pretty good setup because like the aliens came from outer space. It was like, oh, it's an all water planet. We can take this over. It's got all these resources, and then they got to fight the humans, and then they got to fight the one punch mantis shrimp. Fuck, there's your background to your game.
You ready for the next?
I am ready for the next game.
I got a suggestion here from Gazer at Just Gazer Day 1A1.
What's up, Gazer?
Gazer suggests a romance sim that texts your actual phone, but slowly turns into a horror game as it starts using your real name, search history, and locations in messages to you as the game appears to be possessed and haunting you.
See, I love this because it takes that whole concept of like, right now I'm going through like Ocarina of Time and Link's Awakening. You have the option of putting your own name and then it replaces the name, like that in all of the text conversations. It's like taking that, but turning it to 11 and making it creepy as fuck and impeding on your own
What
life.
I also adore about this is, did you ever hear about Mystic Messenger?
Yes, I did.
That but a horror game excites me very much.
So, have we talked about a game like this before? Because I think we did talk about a game where it actually looks at the content on your phone. And actually, no, it's like
that game ended up becoming
a
game where you were digging through other people's social media.
Yes, you're right.
This is a game that will invade your privacy, Blake Rhea. It's going to know about how often you've been Googling photos of Princess Peach. It's going to know your
Hey, don't at me like that. Don't at me on live air like that.
It's going to...
No joke, man.
It's going to be...
Fuck, she's so cute. And I beat... Oh, actually, really quickly, can I take this sidebar? I made a mistake. A couple episodes back, I was like calling Mario a piece of shit. Like he's always expecting a kiss from Princess Peach. In previous games, yes, that is the fact. But I just recently beat Mario Odyssey. I want them to get married so fucking bad, and I want them to be happy. And side note, I have a massive crush on Princess Peach. Please continue your game.
And it's going to know about your credit card information. It's going to know that you've been paying off your one wheel. It's going to know that your address is, of course... I'm not going to say it on
AJ,
air.
What if you can do a thing where it's like, if you sign up for this, like, you know it's going to cost you money. Like, it's going to take money from you. So it has your bank account information. What if it's like starts sending you really weird gifts like a stalker would? Like, it's like your credit card got charged to a flower house, and then suddenly a bouquet of flowers arrived at your house with a very personal note.
Oh my God, yes.
And it's like a mystery package. Like, you didn't know this shit was coming. So like, and then you can also do a thing because we obviously have the power as this game company. We have ins with the government. We actually, anytime you do a Google check-in at a restaurant, the security system will snap a picture of you and it'll make it look like somebody was taking photos of you. Like they were like following you around this like as you were going from like restaurant to store.
That's very good, but like it doesn't even need to be that in depth, right? Like I love. Don't get me wrong, I love the idea.
Why not get stalkery with it? I want to get stalked in.
It will
gaming.
Absolutely elevate to that point, but like it could be as simple as like the thing. The game asks for your like at the beginning when it's like, oh, we'd like to send push notifications. We'd like to send Really quick, we
Oh,
should do
holy
some
shit.
background. In case you don't know what Mystic Messenger is, it was this game where you could sign you logged in and you started playing this game on your phone, and these anime boys would send you texts. But then sometimes the
Yep.
anime boys would want to give you a phone call, or they'd want to have a discussion or confess something to you. And it was all done in real time. So if I don't remember any of their names, so I'm going to make them up. If Marcus was like, in the game was like, I need to talk to Blake right now. Blake's going to get 15 phone calls from Marcus so that Marcus can talk to him at whatever time Marcus felt like it. 3:30 p.m. Blake's still on the clock. Marcus is calling him a lot.
So is this supposed
Marcus
to be
is a
it
fake
starts
man.
off So it starts off really cute and then it just becomes like pestering and then it becomes a berating and then it becomes stalking.
Yes, this is like some absolute
God.
like a Doki Doki Literature Club horror eventually.
Oh, holy shit. Oh, you know what would be really fucking cool too? Like, holy shit, this is going to be awesome. So what it does is because it has access to your phone, it'll slowly start replacing every single photo you have on your social media to where it inserts itself into those photos.
It has a thing where it's like, oh,
replaces
can you send me a photo of yourself? And so like you're like, oh, yeah, I'll send a photo. And then the game's like, dating dudes would like to access your camera roll. And you're like, sure, it's just going to look at my one photo that I'm sending in. And then it after that, it starts photoshopping in Marcus into your photos. We can't use Marcus. We've used Marcus for another video game. Damn, there's just so many.
Let's call him Danny. How
Danny's
about Danny?
Good. So Danny starts getting photoshopped into all the photos that you have on your camera roll. Danny starts getting photoshopped really creepy, over photos of you and your other loved ones. I had a photo of me and my dad once, but now it's just a photo of me and Danny. God. Weird.
So wait a second. Are you saying, okay, so there's two routes we can go with this. I think the easy one is doing the stalker thing where it's like Doki Doki Literature Club where they're...
What? That's the
done.
Fucking direction Doki Doki takes?
Yeah, it's... okay, I'm sorry, everybody.
I'll censor that, but
spoiler.
Like, what?
So basically what happens is...
Wait, are you going to keep spoiling it?
I mean... the game's been out.
Here, we'll just
most
say,
people who played it know.
We'll just leave it at, we're not going to take the direction Doki Doki took. Blake, what is the direction you want to take?
What if this app slowly starts taking over your life? It replaces every instance of you on the internet with its own image. It starts making its own posts. It replaces all of the names that are references to you or removes tags from, because like on Facebook, you can untag yourself from things. It starts like basically taking over your life. It takes your place, but replaces it with its own identity.
I have such good news.
What's that?
Mystic Messenger was an app that had multiple boys, multiple routes you could take. Maybe there is a boy that takes over your social media account and removes your Twitter. Maybe there's a boy that removes all of the photos on your phone. Maybe there's a boy that calls you 18 times a day.
So each one has its own like gross, weird quirk about it. But they don't kick in until like, when do you think is like, okay, here's the real, how long did it take for a buddy of ours, Nina, played this dating game where you dated horse boys. How long did it take them to get connected to these characters? Like,
if you're
was
the kind of person
a week of
that
playing, a month of playing?
If you're the kind of person that wants to sign up for an app that is going to text you semi-regularly so that an anime boy can hit on you, I imagine you are going to get attached to them very quickly.
Okay,
I
so
would
let's
know
say
because I would absolutely play the fuck out of Mystic Messenger, and the only reason why I never did was because it wasn't on an American time zone.
Really? Were there like girls that you can date too?
No, but
or was
the
it
idea that
like
some
boyos?
fictional person was going to be texting me and hitting on me just is very funny to me and very charming, and I wish I could have been on that bandwagon. Like, the idea of a real-time dating sim? Fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah.
That could be cool. Like, I mean,
This game's going to start out so cool. Like, you're going to be chatting up these anime dudes, and they're going to be like teaching you life lessons and shit. They're going to be recommending you like nuanced music. But you're going to be listening.
They're just drawing from like Easy Quote or Brainy Quote.
No, they're going to be like digging through Spotify, and they're going to be like, "Oh, have you heard this band? They've been out for a couple years, but not a lot of people know about them." And you're going to be like, "Who the fuck is Chromeo?" And then you're going to be listening to like a bunch of Chromeo, or like they're going to be like, oh, have you seen the new crazy documentary on Netflix? I can't believe that all of those things about tigers made people so wicked horny. Like, these are going to feel like,
wait,
what? Tiger King?
What do you mean people got horny?
Okay,
like,
you need to watch.
That's the first time I've heard that. You need to watch
the Tiger King documentary, because for whatever reason, if you own a tiger, you are like the most sexed up freak in the world.
AJ, you should own a tiger, like a stuffed tiger.
Okay. The rest of it's all bad. All of it's all bad. Maybe owning a tiger is the worst sign of people could have.
I mean, yeah, they're like not really meant, unless they're like sick or old. Like, they're not really meant to be owned.
So here's my thing.
Okay. Well, really quickly. So the reason I was asking how quick you get attached is, I think at that point, then it starts getting creepy. So it's like 2 weeks of super, super awesome fun. And then after that, it just goes downhill. And then it all comes to a boil, maybe like a year. Like at the year end mark is when like I'm like they break or something. Or like maybe at the end of the month. So like, let's say this is just each route takes 1 month to do. So it's like 2 weeks of awesome.
Might I suggest that the routes take 2 months? And here's why. My thought is that we can market this axipurpidentally as like a fun summer fling. Like, this would be the thing that like maybe high schoolers or college students.
And that's what you call it, summer fling.
Fling's not bad, actually.
All
but
right,
like
keep going.
We market it as like this fun thing where like people will be like, "Oh, I'm gonna see what it's like to date this person for like 2 months and a couple of weeks on this like fun dating app." And like, there's enough of a plot line that like is slowly trickled out in real time as we watch the descent from madness of whatever anime boy we start dating to whatever they've done to victimize our poor consumer by the end of the dating thing.
So by the end of it, you lost a lot of money. You lost a lot of feeling, and your phone is turned into a potato.
You know what? Here's the thing: we have to be very careful about how we market it, right? Because like, we can't just be like stealing money from our consumers, because I don't want our dicks to get sued off. But like, my thought is like, it's like a mystery package, right? It's like those like loot crate things. Like, it's going to charge you like $8 a month.
This is exactly,
or $8 a week.
There's this a better example. It's called Mysterious Package Company, where they send you like an experience that comes in like a wooden crate. You have no idea what's going to be in it, but it is an experience, and they give you a theme. So like in this, this is like a Mysterious Package Company thing, but with a phone game. So you buy the subscription, and then you pick your theme. Like, each boy has a theme.
Yes.
So
well,
like,
there's one boy that's like a flower boy, and so like you start off,
Yes.
and like the first thing he sends you is like a bunch of flowers, and by the end of it, he's just sending you like a case of bees.
I was thinking, like, if you want to get really fucking like David Fincher about it. Oh God, Andrew's gonna get on me. Did I say the right David?
One of those
Fuck!
David.
Which one's the one who did Eraserhead? That's David Fincher, right?
Yes. No. I think that one's Lynch.
You're right. It's David Lynch. Fuck,
because I have the term
correcting me.
Fincherian elements in my mind, and that could have only have come from a fucking college course where I studied David Fincher. Because the idea of anybody saying the sentence, "What are the Fincherian elements of Fight Club?" is some absolute fucking film school bullshit.
It's some smooth brain-esque stuff. But yes, it's okay. So David Lynch.
So are you gonna ask me about this Fincherian elements or what?
No, I don't give a shit. But he sends the boy, and because you know what looks like roses, like, you know, that little swirl. Ears look like roses, AJ. So it's a bouquet of severed ears. So like it goes from cute to just what the fuck, like world breaking bullshit or like mind numbing craziness.
Yes.
Oh fuck, this is radical, because actually I like legit I can see people
I would
buying this.
absolutely
Like,
get
I think
into this if somebody told me that like a real-time dating sim that became a horror thing. Okay, yes, I love this idea of like
that has like Loot Crate-esque like
a
collectibles
florist
too.
that gets into definitely, absolutely, like narratively killing people. Yes, absolutely.
and sending you the things that they
Yes,
collect.
he's sending
as
you
like
the
a-
arrangements.
That sounds like Golden Kamui. That's like that one guy that makes mannequins out of people.
Yes.
That shit's
Okay,
fucking wild.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna put a pin in this because this has nuggability. Let's move on. We're at 47 minutes.
Yes. Okay. All right. I think it's lightning round stuff, right? Okay. So this one comes to us on Reddit from Polaris Gears, a Pokemon-style game, but in reverse. Desperately try to get rid of all of your pets and fade into obscurity. So this is the game that happens after you beat the shit out of Leon from Pokemon Sword and Shield. So he was at the top. He was the best. He was the undefeated player in the region, and now just the idea of Pokemon battling has lost its sweetness, and he's just like, I want to be gone. So it's like basically going through all of the routes in reverse. And I guess at the end of the route is like maybe another Pokemon person that you're going to donate your Pokemon
Step 1,
to.
you leave a baby in your bedroom so that your little brother's best friend can take the baby out of your room.
How fucking weird was that, by the way?
Okay, so spoilers for that. When you beat Pokemon Sword and Shield, Leon leaves a Charizard in his room, but he leaves a...
It's an egg. It's an egg
but
by
he
itself,
leaves a note
basically.
for you. Oh my
Yeah.
God, was this one of those things where Leon was like the older brother hitting on his like little sibling's friend? You know, the classic?
I don't think so. I think it
Like,
was...
why would Leon leave a note in his
Here's-
room for his
don't
little brother's
know.
best friend? Come on, that reeks
Well,
of
okay,
that.
how about this? How about
Like, I know there's like age shit and all of that in the way, but we're gonna eradicate that for the joke.
How about we do something? No, how about we do something a little less gross? His mind is a fucking wreck. Nothing makes sense anymore. He thought he was sneaking into your room, but it turns out he was just in his own room and left. Oh, there's a little baby Charizard. I'm gonna leave it unattended with all of this flammable shit. And that's his methodology,
He's just
man.
fucking crumbled.
He's just lost his fucking mind and thinks leaving a Charizard. You should see what happened at the neighbor down the way. They left a fucking Mewtwo in their living room, and that house is now gone. It just disappeared. It doesn't fucking exist anymore. It phased out of existence.
There is, of course, one challenge that comes with this, and that is like you have all these busted ass like level 80 Pokemon, and like when you pawn those off to somebody, there's like a whole rule in Pokemon that like
You can't
Pokemon
control
only
them.
care if you have enough like Pokemon trainer clout. You know what I mean? Like Leon's level 80. What the fuck else did he have in his party? He had a Score Bunny. So like his level 80 Score Bunny wasn't going to listen to me unless I had like more than 4 gym badges or some shit like that. Score Bunny's like, ooh, you want to hang out with me? What do those Twitter followers look like, my man?
So here's the game. So basically, you are going through the Pokemon game kind of in reverse, but like it has to get harder as the game goes on. So this is kind of like a Nuzlocke run in a way, where each route you lose one of your Pokemon. So like the game is really easy at the beginning because you have a full team, but by the end of the game you only have one Pokemon left to get through this route. And
halfway
gym.
through the game, Leon discovers that there's some sort of horrible like conspiracy that he needs to take care of and take out. Like he needs to defeat Team Rocket too, but he does need to get rid of his Pokemon at the same time. So he does keep on losing Pokemon.
I don't think a man who leaves an unattended Charizard in his room and a note for a child
he's not an idiot. It was
a
a baby Charmander, not a baby Charizard. Those don't exist, silly head.
Okay, that's I'm sorry, I'm very dumb. No, okay. Maybe here's this. If we're playing into the idea that he's lost his fucking gourd, what if he envisions a Team Rocket that isn't there? So like he's like, I have to leave. Here it is. Okay, so instead of him donating a Pokemon, he's like, I'm going to leave this Pokemon on guard on this route after I defeat, quote, Team Rocket in this area, and it's going to stand on guard. So it's like he thinks he's leaving a Pokemon there to help out, but it turns out he wasn't fighting anybody in the first place. And 2, now his level 80 Pokemon is running amok in an area that nobody
He
can
set
get
free
control
a
of.
very, very powerful Machamp that exists only to cause pain.
Yes. So you just as soon as he leaves an area, you see like the actual damage that he left behind, and you just have like a fucking Machamp like standing at the route's entrance, like just uppercutting like little kids. You're like, I'm so excited to be the next gym leader, and then just gets pummeled right in the fucking
Leon
face.
leaves a Garbodor somewhere and gets fined for littering.
That's a good one. I like that.
I got a submission here from Caleb Caleb on Twitter at Busto314. A game like Dead by Daylight where 3 people play slices of bread, like I Am Bread, and they try to escape the 4th player, who is playing as Octodad and is trying to eat them.
Oh, that's cute. Actually, I like that.
I would kill to watch a game with like it's very funny to watch games with infuriating controls. The idea of a game with infuriating controls for all players involved would be an absolute joy to watch. You know what I mean? Like,
wow, AJ, you just described kind of Mario Party. I don't understand why you don't play that.
oh, that's
anymore.
right.
I don't
sucks,
understand why,
doesn't it?
I don't understand why we don't play video games all
Okay,
that
wait,
often.
hold on. I just don't like the Mario Party that you have. I like other Mario parties. You have
That's
have
fair. This
baby's
Mario
first
Party's a little
Mario
bit kind
Party.
of,
It's like, ooh, you want to play Mario Party? Here's 8 minutes of fun. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Mario Party 7, I think, is where it capped out. Like the Wii Mario
I need
Party
Mario Party long enough that I'm
really
going to
fucking
invest
good.
time in it. You know what I mean? Like, I need to end a Mario Party game feeling like I put in like part of my life. And you have like
Well, you know
Mario
what
Party
I
8
think
or
that
whatever,
is?
and it's like, ooh, baby's first Mario Party.
Well,
no, don't worry.
The fucking pain in the ass part is like we play games that are only 10 turns. Not a whole lot of game happens in 10 turns.
I mean, you can only turn
know?
it up to 15 turns.
No, you could turn it up to like 50.
No,
dude.
you can't. I asked you to rack it up one time, and you wouldn't do it for me.
Yeah, and then our buddy Sid said like, no, I don't really want to be here that long.
All right, we got to move on. We got to pick a nug.
That's okay. I am really down for this ARG game.
The real-time dating sim that turns into a horrible
I think
monster.
I think it's so different than anything else the studio has made, and I think it would do really, really well. And I honestly would love to see people posing with their bouquets of ears and other.
Hold on, let me
ligaments.
go ahead and take a look at my focus group really quick. So
Okay.
it does, on my focus group, which is the piece of paper that I have, I do have
This blank piece of paper that I
do
have.
have Mystic Messenger 2 written in much bigger text than the other Nugs contenders that we have. So I'm led to believe that tested well amongst the focus group and better than the competitors.
Oh, excellent. All right, so I think Summer Fling is an amazing game.
Here's my problem with
Is-
Summer Fling.
Yes.
What we're doing is like we're trying to take like a real-time thing and bastardize it, right? Like Doki Doki Literature Club was an incredible name because it's like, okay, it's like a dating sim, you know, like ooh,
It defies the
my heart, it goes
expectation.
Doki Doki, like, you know, like it had a joke to play off of.
Yeah. Yes.
Summer Fling
We call it
doesn't
Summer-
feel like it hits
How about-
something.
how
You
about
know what
this?
I mean? Like if we could find some way to get
we
like
just call it
I am in
Summer Boy
there,
Fling.
or
Summer Boy
Summer
Fling.
Boy Fling lacks something. It lacks a heat. It lacks a branding. You know what I mean? Like Summer Boy Fling feels generic. What are some key things that we want to hit in this title? We want to hit that it's real time. It's messaging. It's gonna make you
We call it real time. We call it real time boys, but with like a Z.
Hey Blake, if you got to name Destiny 2 right now, what would you name it? Let me give you some things about
Destiny
Destiny
2.
really quick. You're in space. There's 3 classes.
Uh-huh.
You shoot
Oh,
aliens.
AJ, I already have the answer. I already have the answer for you.
Yeah?
Sweet Pants 2, Electric Boogaloo. Or sorry, Space Pants 2, Electric Boogaloo. My apologies.
Space Pants 2 Electric Boogaloo is a very good name for Destiny. I want to try to hit some sort of messenger or IM or love-based thing into this. Like we can't have the word summer in it because, you know, like that's how we're going to market it. That's like the best time for it to release. But I don't know that a summer fling is going to work very well in the game, right? It's not like these fictional boys are going to be like, hey,
AJ,
you here
AJ,
for just a
AJ.
summer fling while I text you into my descent of madness? No, that's not
So
happening.
how about this? How about this? So we do it I period M boy. So I'm boy, but then it's like instant message boy.
I am baby.
So it's kind of I am baby. I am I.M baby.
Yes. I
So
am
it
baby.
reads as like instant message
Instant
baby.
message
or
baby.
I'm baby.
Or alternatively,
or
I
just
am
I'm
babes.
baby.
And maybe we can have some like
Ooh, I am
babes
babe.
that are in there. Like, you know, we can add a couple different babes. Maybe they won't all be boys. Maybe there'll be a couple female babes.
I'm totally down. Like I feel like this game could be really cool if like you have like a nice variety.
I am babes.
There you go,
All right.
bro.
Do we want to hash out?
And like
No, what were you gonna say?
I was just like thinking that like it would be kind of I think we should take from our boss fight and adapt those into what some of the other boys and girls could
All right,
be.
what are these boys gonna look like? Let's go to our boss
All
fights from Discord. I got a suggestion here from Fish Harlan on our Discord. An obscure Homestuck reference. Maybe there's one boy that like the descent into madness that they go through is just getting into Homestuck. And so at the very beginning, hear them be like,
my God.
I'm dabbling with this like webcomic that I'm reading right now. And by the end of it, they will not stop harassing you and messaging you about Homestuck. Be it Homestuck jokes, Homestuck spoilers, Homestuck fan theories.
How about this, AJ? Because we live in the digital age where we have like a nice list of everything that's ever happened, like in a game or ever sent via text or comment. Basically, the whole thing about Time Stuck, if I remember correctly, is that they start playing with. Did I say?
You did say
Time
Time
Stuck?
Stuck.
The whole thing with Homestuck. The whole thing with Homestuck is that they discover time travel and dimension altering, right? What if the person you're talking to starts like dabbling with time? So like they might middle of like a conversation, they start responding to a conversation from 3 months ago. Or like a couple days ago. It starts off kind of weird. Like they're responding to things that you're like, wait, weren't we talking about this like forever ago?
And it misleads
like,
you at first by saying shit like, oh, sorry, wrong person.
Yeah. Or, you know, be even crazier. Like they send you something really ominous that doesn't make sense until 2 weeks later. Like it'll figure out a way to adapt it into a conversation to where it makes sense. And it's like, oh, holy shit. Like they're telling the future in a weird way.
That's a very
like
good
maybe
boy.
the AI kind of learns how you talk and learns like your mannerisms. And then it figures out how you can predict what they're going to say later to where you can make their statement make sense.
Yes.
And then that's their whole thing. They're like, they lose their mind and want to become a Time Lord. And like maybe their whole thing is that they want you to become a Time Lord, but that would require
they have to kill you. You have to stop existing in this timeline so that you can join them in the next one.
Yes, and that actually is getting a little bit crazy. Like maybe they're not saying you need to make this decision because that's really fucking bad.
You're right. Like, they are making this decision.
Yes, they are
going to terminate you. They are going to do a murder.
Yes.
Which is much more comfortable.
That is way better. Oh my god. Okay. I'll run with it, Zendrika. I will give it a whirl. The Furbnomicon, you know Furbies? What if one of the boys turns out to be a possessed toy that is texting you? And their whole thing is that they like sending you little like, because like one of the things you do when you date people, you like finding little tidbits or like things that remind you of them.
This is the meta-narrative route.
So like this, they're sending you like toys.
This
or
boy
games
starts sending
or
you
things
like toys and games and starts revealing like, hey, I think I'm trapped in a game.
Oh, like you. Oh my god, you know, be crazy, AJ. You know, be so fucking crazy. You know, be so fucking. Oh my god, I just broke it, AJ. So what this thing is that they think they're trapped in a toy or they're trapped in some bigger system. One of the first gifts they sent you is a Furby that'll talk to you. So by the end of this thing, as they discover they're trapped, it turns out they're trapped in the Furby that they gave to you. So like you're sitting at your computer having this really heated conversation and they're like, I think I'm trapped in the Furby. And then you just start hearing like crying come from the Furby that you have on your cabinet behind you.
Yeah, it's that long con special made delivery Furby. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. So like it'll say some things to you. Like its final thing is like, you know, like when Furbies like are low on battery, they have that.
Yes.
It's like it's saying it with that voice. It's like the texts are like, I think I'm dying. I think I'm like leaving this world, and then the Furby starts talking, and it's like, I've always loved you, and then it just dies or something, and it's just really fucking like haunting.
Really quick though, I do want to touch base on, because I feel like we got lost designing like how these boys descend into madness. They are also all like horribly hooked on you, the player. Like, this phone's locked in, and like if you go to Domino's, you're gonna get a text afterwards from one of the boys being like, hey, how did you like your pizza?
Yeah,
and you're gonna be like, how the fuck
yes.
did you know? Or you're gonna be like, you're gonna order from Grubhub, and then you're gonna get your Grubhub delivery, and then one of the boys is gonna text you and being like, hey, so why did you check out your Grubhub deliverer?
Oh, why was he there like a minute longer?
Yeah,
than
they're
normal?
gonna get like
were you guys chatting or
exactly,
something?
like some obsessive shit.
I saw that you went to a garden today. I hope you weren't looking at any other flowers other than mine.
Yes,
I make the best flower. I make
and it's
the
like
best flowers.
creepy how much knowledge we're gonna get on that.
Yeah,
Because
I love
and this is
shit.
coming directly from the fact
yeah.
that like sometimes I'll order Domino's and then I'll get a push notification on my phone from Domino's being like, hey, I hope you're enjoying your pizza. And it's like, what the fuck? You don't know me, Domino's. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, like or it's like it's like or it could be a thing where like they coincidentally, like that starts out like coincidentally, like you don't know that they're tracking your location, because like there are times where like I would be messaging our friend group, is like, hey, is anybody in the mood to get pizza? But you guys already got pizza.
Oh hell yeah! Like
there's
you get
just
a text from.
There's just there's just weird. It starts off as weird coincidences. Like it's like the boy messages you and he's like, man, I'm really into pizza. What's your favorite flavor? I bet it's pepperoni.
Ooh.
And then that's what you ordered or something. And it's just fucking wicked creepy.
Yes.
Dude, all right, that's our game. That's our game. We ready for patch
I am
notes?
babes.
I am baby. I thought it was I am
baby.
baby. Or I.
Ooh, I am.
Let's
I
go
am baby
babe.
has a nice ringer. You know what? I am baby's a little bit more topical, so I think we should go with I am baby.
Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah.
Let's
we
go
ready
to
for
patch
notes, brother?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Patch Notes. Blake and I have a small little announcement because we're doing another event with something that we started recently for our Patreon Discord. Next, you go. You're very excited to talk about it. I can tell. You can go.
Well, one of the things we've been experimenting with for the past month is doing monthly game nights with our Discord. So if you guys want to get on and play some Jackbox with us, go ahead and check us out on Patreon. There's a bunch of bonuses and benefits, and you can also submit to the boss fight. So this week we're going to be playing Jackbox.
Yeah.
So make sure to check in, and we hope to see you there.
Thank you all so much for listening. Again, we're going to be trying to play Jackbox with everybody this week that this episode drops.
Yes.
Thank you all so much for listening. We hope that we see you there. If we do, we'll see. It'll be a lot of fun.
Till then, enjoy dating your deranged boyo or
they're not
or
deranged.
lady,
They're totally
or
fine. Totally fine. Totally fine people. Our intro and outro music is Cheap Shot by Anamanaguchi, an excellent song from an excellent band for an excellent game. I've been your host, AJ Hart.
And I have been your other host, Blake Rea.
This has been Spiritual Successor, and these are cool games
that should not be made.